Have I been to Norfolk yet? Bro, there's no part of England I haven't been. I've been everywhere in England. So at some point I was in Norfolk. I've been everywhere. Oh man, thank you so much, man. And yeah, man, Poland, dude, we went Poland this year, man. I've been Poland I think like last 3 or 4 years in a row. It's definitely a place that I love visiting, man. And you know what? If opportunity comes to live there, I probably won't live there permanently, but I would stay there for months and months on end. So yeah, man, dude, thanks you, man. I appreciate that. When will I start bringing food down for the prep? So from mid to end of July, we're gonna start cutting food down and start stepping things up for the prep. You struggle with building up volume in your upper body. Anything I can advise, dude? There's honestly, there's 1,000 reasons why that could be. Because I personally don't know you, I don't have any idea what you're doing or what you're not doing, so I can't really give you any advice, man. I need a lot more information before I can do anything about that. After a competition, do I continue my diet the following day, or do I eat normally? Bro, I've been tired. By that point, I've been dieting for well over 16 weeks. I am definitely not going back on my diet the next day. I am eating normally. I am enjoying every single food I can possibly imagine or I've been dreaming about for the last whole period of the prep. So yes, I eat normally. Oh man, thanks, man. Thanks. You really appreciate that. That was definitely, one of them podcasts we sort of give, I try to give a lot of insight into my life and how it was before the time of bodybuilding. So I really appreciate them giving me the opportunity to do that. And yes, I'll be in Cornwall next weekend. So guys, those of you that are there, please come out and say hi. I'm going to be in Cornwall with my family. We're going to do a seminar there. And then, I'm just going to spend some time and chill with my family. But yeah, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Oh man, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, that series or them episodes, it was a plan by my boy Hel Chang, man. He obviously was part of the group that planned for me to come to South Korea. So one of the shoots that they had this idea of obviously, what they like to do in Korea. They always like to sort of introduce bodybuilding to the public, and they've been doing that for years, and they're really big on that. So this was just another way of sort of getting that out there. And so he had this idea of just having local people just have an interview with me and ask me all kind of questions that they feel they want to ask. And you know what? It was absolutely amazing, man. I had a lot of fun with that. And he was definitely came up with a really great idea that I thought was dope. Can I promise to stay at home and prepare now? Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. Yeah. It's a trip to Italy on my plans. Not this year because I'm done for traveling for this year. But, next year, you never know. It might be one of the places that I might be visiting next year. So, yeah, not out of the questions, but definitely not happening this year. Oh, have I been to Windsor yet? Yes, I was there last month, and I was there last year as well. So, yeah, you missed it. I was just there. Bro split or PPL? Bro split for me, man. Always have, always will be. Is there a difference in the gyms in the US compared to home? Honestly, no. I mean, there probably is, put it this way, there probably is. But for me, when I go to a gym, I get my own zone. Regardless of what gym I go to or where the gym is or what part of the world, I put my headphones on. They have the equipment. I just got to train. And I'm in that. I just come into my own zone in that. So it doesn't matter if I'm training, in a hot-ass gym in Texas, over 40 degrees and cooking, or in a cold, freezing gym here in the UK, as long as they have the equipment I need, I just go in my own zone and I just get the job done. So there probably is a difference for, most people that sort of pay attention to what happens in the gym, but I don't. So how am I such a cool dude, man? Man, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Honestly, I just do me, man. There's nothing more to it. It's just be you and do you, Don't worry so much about what the world wants you to be or what the world expects you to be. Just be you. So, people can either like you or they can hate you or they can, take it or leave it the way it is. But, dude, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Oh, man, thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. And yes, definitely I do feel happy to be at home. Yes, obviously, traveling is something I love. Traveling around the world, meeting fans and everything is something I love doing. But at the same time, being at home, man, it's just nicer. There's nothing beating just being in your own, your own comfort zone, your own home, your own bed, with your family, focusing on just doing your job. There's nothing that really beats that. So right now, we've done the traveling part. We've enjoyed it. But now being at home and just putting our head down and focusing, yeah, I'm just happy about that. Any plans to launch Hostile in India? Man, there's a plan to make Hostile worldwide, to be global, man, but it just takes time, and you guys just have to have a little bit more patience. We got to go one country at a time. We got to build the brand on up to it gets to that point where it can be worldwide and be global. But there is a plan to make Hostile global, so wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to actually pick up an order of it. So it's just time. What's my current supplement stack? Well, okay, so we start with Whey Isolate, Whey ISO H1. I got that. That's just my thing. CDX, I mix with that. Cow powder, it works great. Intra workout, we got the Bloodshot. That's one of my favorite. Mixed with the Intra R3, glutamine, creatine, and citrulline. Those two go in there. And yeah, man, for my supplement, those ones pretty much cover. Obviously, you got the vitamins and everything else I have in the morning, but those are my main ones that I think I got in. I'm definitely kind of like using repetitively every day. I've done a ton of traveling. Do I feel like it's hindered my growth this off season? Bro, honestly, no, it hasn't. Because this year, like I said, this off season wasn't about putting on more mass. If I was trying to put on just more mass, then yeah, it would have probably stopped me from just staying at home, eating, and doing nothing else, and putting on more mass. This year, off season was honing things and growing and defining what we have, increasing our muscle, our back muscle, increasing that density and everything else, and that. It doesn't come from me just sitting at home eating a lot of food and just doing nothing. It just come from training harder and being consistent with everything else that goes with it. I don't need excessive over calories from from just storing there and not walking around and doing anything like that. And you know what, man, we made so much progress. And at this point, the amount of mass that we need, I don't think there's any person that would say we need more mass at this point. We've definitely cleared that boundary. So because of that, I feel more comfortable traveling around this year because I know I don't need to put on just serious mass anymore. If I ever have a kid, would I send him to boarding school? Well, I've been to boarding school myself, and I can tell you now, I wouldn't. If I had a kid, I wouldn't send him to boarding school now. In one hand, I do wish that they would have that experience, and I probably would. But I wouldn't send him to the same boarding school I went to. Because I think there's something from, as much as, a hard boarding school was, he taught me a lot about self-responsibility. He taught me a lot about it. And for me, if I can give my kids that same lesson, then I would send them to boarding school for that fact. Everything else just about it was just hard and sucked. What do I tell myself before engaging the lift or when I have that one more set to go and I got to dig deep and push for it? Dude, man, I ask myself, man, how badly do you really want this? Is it just talk or are you a man of action? And I feel like with me, my action has to back up everything I say. And I've said I want this. I've said I want to be Mr. Olympia. I said I want to do everything it takes. So for me, you know what? I got to prove that. I don't have to do that every single time. So when I'm in that point on the lift and I know I'm struggling, I just got to ask myself, man, how badly do you want this? And if that's yes, dude, then do it. Just do whatever it takes. Make it happen. How many weeks left of off season? I got about 3 or 4 weeks left of the off season to capitalize on. Now that I'm at home and I'm traveling, I can really push things down to really make as much progress make more progress with the next few weeks we have. And then we're going to kickstart the prep in July. Oh man, you've seen my Korea videos, man. You've seen what we did. Those people that followed us throughout the whole time, you see what we did, man. I love Korea, man. It was awesome, man. I would definitely going to be back. If not, I'll probably be back next year if it's part of my travel journey. If not, the year after. But I'll definitely be back, man. Korea is awesome. Awesome, awesome place. We had a lot of fun over there, and I really love the people over there. The fans over there are crazy. They're really supportive. And man, yeah, man, Korea is like, it's becoming my second home, man. I'm really loving that place. 2 questions. Glutamine intake and Samson Signature Series. With glutamine intake, I'm doing about 10 grams a day. With Samson Signature Series, watch this space, man. You never know. It's coming. I can tell you that much. First question, what do I think the best source of chicken breast, the best source for chicken breast is? Dude, man, it's whatever you like, man, whatever you prefer. Hell, some people like ketchup. I mean, I find it boring, but, some people like ketchup. Some people, for me, I love Nando's sauce, man. That's my thing. You in the US, if you guys know what Nando's sauce is, I don't know, but I love that. That goes for my chicken breast just great. So it's whatever you like, man. So, yeah. All right, guys, what's up? Good evening. How y'all doing? So, it's been a full day, and I've had my boy Thomas film a whole day in the life with us today for Hostile. So, it's definitely been a full one today. We've done a lot, training, and just chilling around and doing some funky stuff, But time for me to get up with it. I did the questions and answer thing. I put that up. We got a lot of questions, so I'm going to get to answer some of your questions, man. So, let's see what we got. Let's do it.